Chacaron the way he started this Rival Series season with that epic play-in run to make the final week of Rival Series just as exciting. Again, going up against his former team from last season. He's had a grand history here in the Rival Series as well. The only player to have 6 different teammates. He teamed up with Tinny and Cheerio in Season 1, then with Rix Ronde, Burrito B in Season 2. Ultimately 8 teammates when you think about it, because he had 2 teammates taken away from him before this season started. Right. It has been a journey for Chacaron. He's going to go out with a bang one way or another here. I think he's going to win one of these matches. It very well could be this one.
I mean, I would love to see it, only because I like seeing the upsets happen. But I think for Copenhagen Flames, it's been a season of you're giving up too many goals and you're not scoring enough. And they're like the bottom of the league when it comes to goals for, and then the top of the league when goals against. They're just above or below another team there. But for Copenhagen Flames, it's been a rough go. Yeah, and I think for Method, again, that's why I am picking Method in this game, only because I think they're going to come out, they're going to take care of business. They're playing against a team that hasn't had any luck here in this series. We talked about it before the show started. They used all their wins up in the play-ins.
Well, let's see if they've got one more in the tank here. Last stand for Copenhagen Flames here in week number 5. We are underway as they take on Method. Cassio looking to start things off very quickly. That ball off to the corner. Rix Ronde in the general direction of Didris, and that just bounces its way in.
What? How does that go in there for Method, as this one's just a shot off the corner there at the top of the roof? Rix Ronde, it bounces in front of the net, and it looks like, I believe that was Didris who didn't get the touch there in front of the goal line, and that one just bounces in for Method.
Team Secret watching that goal go in like, well, all right. Hope they beat Red Reserve. See if things change here for Copenhagen Flames. That one out from the corner. Taken away by Rix Ronde. Didris to bring one back in. Cassio, loose ball in front, but nobody there to pressure from Copenhagen. Now Shaq looking to try and fake out the defensive Method. He does know Burrito B and Rix Ronde, maybe better than anyone else in the league. Didn't work out on that occasion. He'll try again. Cassio back to the net, and it is sent away by Cassio. He's got Rix Ronde at midfield for him, instead takes the shot, and Didris is there for the clear. Over top of Frizz goes Burrito B. Copenhagen not able to clear the zone. Now they finally do, but for how long? This ball could be coming right back in. Rix Ronde, though, did not keep control. Little surprising that Method are still able to keep possession. Chance for Cassio, but Chacaron is there. Another opportunity, and Cassio again stays back.
And again, you can kind of see this vice grip slowly closing down on the defense here for Copenhagen Flames. Method controlling a lot of the midfield, and when Copenhagen Flames able to break out, they respond just like that. And Method, Rix Ronde put that one to the back of the net.
Rix Ronde, both goals so far for Method. And it really has been this, really the tandem of Rix Ronde and Burrito B who have been so outstanding. Cassio has been a great addition to the team. There's something to be said about the team chemistry of this Method squad. Cassio, blocked away by Frizz. Gonna set one up for Burrito B. Forced through to the backboard, but nobody there to follow up on the weak side. Burrito B for Rix Ronde. Here comes Cassio. He thought about it. Decided better as Didris has this ball and a shot wide. Infield pass to Chacaron. He can't get that through. And cleared away once again by Method. They have numbers the other way, but Frizz on the other side stops the breakaway. Now Rix Ronde, a little touch to the backboard. Miss in front, and Burrito B scores.
Burrito B able to put that one away, and for Copenhagen Flames, they're kind of left watching this ball go off their backboard. Didris can't get the read on it. The shot off the post for Burrito B, and Method up by 3.
Well, Chacaron decided he wanted to stick it to his former team for letting him go. This has not been the way. Method have come out and they have taken care of business. 3-0 lead early in game 1. Still a lot of Rocket League to be played in this game and this series. Cassio, he'll scale up. for Burrito B. What a banger! And the lead is 4.
And Method just to be able to seem to do whatever they want here when they move down the field, especially transitioning onto offense. You see Casio dropping it down to Burrito B. The defense just too slow to react for Copenhagen Flames, and now Method really starting to pull away.
It was kind of an ominous tweet that Chacaron had set out earlier in the week. Imagine your tournament life or your rival series life being in my hands. Not sure if that was really intended for Red Reserve, Method, or both. But Method, they've certainly heeded the warning just in case. They put a 4 spot up in the first half of game 1. All the way downfield, Didris giving chase. Rix Ronde battling in the corner. Casio joins the fight. Burrito B having a little trouble at the corner of the goal. This will hit the back wall, but nobody there to follow. And here goes Method once again, looking to add to their lead, and they do.
Oh my goodness, Method are just having their way with Copenhagen Flames. They kind of let them come down into the defensive zone, and then they break out. You see Rix Ronde sitting almost on the goal line there in front of Copenhagen Flames net, and he's able to put it away.
Somebody get our statistician Slock on the line. We could have records set in this game or this series the way this is going. Rix Ronde around in front for Burrito B, but Chacaron has the clear away. Casio does get rid of this ball like a quarterback hanging around. Rix Ronde, that'll hit the backboard, raining down right to himself, and the lead is 6.
And again, the Copenhagen Flames defense so spread out. That's a great pass down from Burrito B, and Rix Ronde able to put that one off the top of the ceiling, drop it down, and put it away for Method, now his 4th goal.
Not quite sure they'll be able to put up an 11 or 12 spot like we have seen in rival series history, but they are getting close. 6 now. There's only a minute and a half remaining.
And that shot off the crossbar there from Frizz is the first shot you've seen from Copenhagen Flames.
That'll do good for their shot differential. Rix Ronde gonna add another.
I love this shot from Rix Ronde, now putting 7 on the board for Method, and again, this is turned into a slaughter as he backflips to make the defender bite, and he puts it away, 7-0.
We have seen it time and time again. 5 goals have been scored in a rival series game by a number of players. We've even seen it this season. Nobody's ever scored 6. Rix Ronde has a whole 75 seconds to get that 6th goal. Burrito B for Casio. Rix Ronde hanging around at the back for now. This is skied up. Didris shot, blocked by Casio. Rix Ronde didn't get a touch, but Casio there for another save. Frizz now, back wall for Didris. Chacaron interfering in net, and it is 7-1.
And they have to bump a defender out of the way to make it work, but finally some sustained offense for Copenhagen Flames. And Chacaron, big bump there on the last defender. It's an open net there for Didris with that bump. And they finally get on the board, but it's a little too late here for Copenhagen Flames.
52 seconds remain. Here goes Chacaron looking to add another to the tally. He'll be met by the man of the hour, Rix Ronde. Burrito B, Casio for Rix. Get the camera out as he's got that full tank of boost. Gonna have to play assist man here, and he's not able to get that ball in front. 30 seconds now. It's Casio doing all he can to keep this play alive. Burrito B has got Rix Ronde on the weak side, but again, that ball pushed away. Here's at midfield, Rix Ronde, that's gonna be high. Casio waiting. Didris has the clear. Burrito B. Rix is the 3rd man back. He'll have this ball here with 9 seconds left. Casio for Burrito B. No, he keeps that ball alive. Rix Ronde take it out of the play, and it looks like it is a Brazil scoreline in game number 1, barring some 0-second heroics.
Oh, he's got it.
And there is one from Chacaron, but it's of little consolation at this point.
At this point, yeah, Burrito B just kind of popping that one up. A great touch there. First touch by Chacaron and popping over the last defender, but this one was all but over at that point. 7-2, Method come out in game number 1, and they look good.
Boy, did they ever. Yeah, Casio with 4 assists in that game. The 5 goals from Rix Ronde, again, entering him into what feels like about a 10-way tie at this point for guys who have scored 5 goals in a game. Just a dominant performance all around from Method as they take game 1 And we mentioned it earlier, important that they win this series in as few games as possible just to keep all their options open.
I think in this game specifically, the tone was set when Rix Rondé scored that first goal, and there was a big mistouch there on the goal line. And I think, again, the tone was set there for Copenhagen Flames that this wasn't going to be a very good game, number one. However, they have a chance now to turn things around, and I am one to believe that when you get kind of beat up in the first game, you make some adjustments. You talk about it a little bit in the intermission between Game 1 and Game 2, and you make some changes where at least this next game was going to be a little bit closer.
And we have seen it so often, too, right? A team gets blown out of the arena in a game, whether it's Game 1 or Game 2, and they do come back. Whether it's the team that won developing some bad habits, or the team that lost just taking even part of that game to go, hey, let's just talk about it. Yeah, let them score whatever they want. We're not coming back in this game. Get more than the 60 seconds in the post-match to talk about that game.
I agree. And I think, again, but Method, let's not take away anything from Method here. They played a great game. Everything was working, and I think that was the big problem for Copenhagen Flames was they weren't shutting down any of the chances for Method. They were able to transition onto offense and just score goals.
About a minute after Method were able to do literally anything they wanted in Game 1, they come back and almost give up a kickoff goal to Frizz and the Copenhagen Flames, and it already looks like a much different Copenhagen squad. Frizz will have this clear. Chacaron waiting at midfield with him. That ball never reached him. This one could, though. Well, he started to come up. His teammate did as well, and a good thing Chacaron backed off. He was needed for this play, and that play as well, but it still skips through, and Cassio opens the scoring.
And we really haven't talked about Cassios too much there, especially in game number 1. Rix Rondé, it was everything for him and Method, but Cassio reading the play nicely, putting that one on target, and it kind of squeaks its way through.
5 goals and 2 assists in the series so far for Rix Rondé, having a career day in a match that Method absolutely has to win just to give themselves a chance at making it into the promotion tournament. They take care of business here. It's time to hurry up and wait. Rix Rondé for Burrito B, and that's going to be blocked away. Now Didris alone against 2 attackers, and that shot just off the corner. Could not get one on target. It's a gift for Copenhagen Flames as they try to break free, and they will not as that ball comes right back in.
Yeah, and a rare miss there from Rix Rondé, especially if you judge him off of game number 1, you would think he wouldn't miss something like that. Copenhagen Flames, they get away with one here, and again, this is just a 1-0 game. We're sitting here, a close game so far. Copenhagen Flames, though, haven't been able to develop too much offense.
Now Didris looking for Frizz. He finds him, who also finds the crossbar. Chacaron trying to pick his spot low. That's blocked. Frizz trying to force one through. He can't, but he does get the rebound and a second opportunity.
And a great scrappy play here from Frizz. The pass comes across and he kind of gets shoved into his face by the last defender. He stays with the play and beats the last man, and he ties up this game. We talked about it, Stacks. Copenhagen Flames coming into this one, keeping it a little bit closer.
And cause for fans of Team Secret and, of course, the team itself to finally start looking at this series going, okay, all right, there's a chance. Rix Rondé for Burrito B, and they collide. Gonna be trouble for Cassio unless Burrito B recovers, which he did. Cassio taken out by Frizz. Can Chacaron take advantage? He can. This ball in front will be taken out by Cassio. Good teamwork out of the zone for Method. It's just that little bit of possession there. It's enough to relieve the pressure. Everybody can reset. And really, when these two teams are all boosted up and at full strength, on paper, the advantage definitely belongs to Method. They're on the defensive end here. Cassio needed another touch, didn't find it. Rix Rondé, again taking his time. Intercepted by Chacaron. Halfway point, a much closer game than game 1. Game 1 was effectively over by this point. Frizz from the ceiling, and he snipes this side!
And the first lead comes out here for Copenhagen Flames, and it's a beauty of a shot coming off the ceiling. It just ran out of boost, so he uses his flip, and he snipes the corner. It came right off the crossbar as well. Great shot from Frizz, and they take the lead.
How can Copenhagen hang on for the final 2 minutes plus? Maybe not with Casio bearing down on them, but Didris has the clear way high off the backboard. Burrito B wins this ball through. Copenhagen's got to scramble back. Method not able to get this ball in front as quickly as they would have liked. They had an opportunity. And now Chacaron will clear this away, and Copenhagen got to feel like they got away with one. Frizz now. Not able to get a good touch on this ball. Didris does at least clear the zone. Throws this ball deep into the orange corner, and that's really what Copenhagen's going to be looking to do. Make it as difficult as possible for Method to work their way back onto their half of the field. Didris not going to be able to follow this play, and Burrito B has it. Burrito B looking to center, and that's well read by Chacaron. Rix Ronde is there. He'll find Burrito B, and well read again defensively. Copenhagen Flames have definitely showed up on the defensive end in game 2. Didris to Chacaron, and that's intercepted. Really, both of these teams intimately familiar with each other.
Yeah, and for Copenhagen Flames, it's been just a reversal on offense from the last game. They're making plays happen, and they're keeping possession of the ball when they're on the Method's side. Method's actually struggled to break out in this game, as opposed to last game where they could just lob the ball down the field, and they had someone there to receive it and redirect it into the net.
Casio for Burrito B, looking to tie. Casio again on the doorstep, cannot jam it home. And Frizz coming up empty downfield, had an opportunity maybe to put game 2 away. Instead, there's still some doubt. Burrito B for Rix Ronde. Bang one off the backboard for Casio, but Didris is there again. Method have tried and tried to play off the backboard, and Copenhagen Flames have shut him down every time. Another one, that's off the ceiling. No. What a fluke! It's Casio, who couldn't do it again if he tried.
And tying it up late, Casio just booms it off the ceiling. Actually, he gets a piece of the defender there from Copenhagen Flames, and he gets a little extra speed. That's a tough one to read if you're on the Flames.
A tough break for Copenhagen Flames, who have had a season full of tough breaks. They played secret as well as anybody has, despite being swept by them earlier in the season. Oh. Didris, what a shot coming in, and that is a heck of an answer.
That is a fantastic shot for Didris. The redirect, or not the redirect, the ball comes out off the back wall, and Didris able to put that one on target again, coming off the crossbar, but they'll take it up by 1 with 16 seconds left.
Just trading punches back and forth. Does Method have yet another answer? It took them forever and a day just to find that last equalizer. Casio will lead the break. Not able to keep possession as it kicks back the other way. Burrito B for Rix Ronde. This ball needs to stay in the air. Does Casio have the read? No. Cleared away, and this series is tied.
Copenhagen Flames, and Stacks, we talked about it. They come back here in game number 2, and the tone was different. Yes. Again, I think that game 1 goal, when Rix Ronde went off the sidewall in game number 1, on the goal line, they missed that. That was a huge setting for Copenhagen Flames, and they just couldn't really get out of that. It was a bad mentality after that. I think Copenhagen Flames come out and say, okay, we got it all out of our system in game number 1, and they're able to come into game number 2, and they played a much, much better game. They had a lot more offense. They were able to move the ball down the field, and they put Method on the back foot. How many times did we really see some dangerous breakout transitional play from Method like we saw in game number 1? Not that many, and I think that Copenhagen Flames did a great job of shutting that down.
Yeah, and they really, let's say, they really only scored 1 goal. Look, that goal that went in from Casio near the end, I mean, 1 in a million shot. It's a deflection off a defender that, you know, the other defenders just couldn't get back for. They couldn't anticipate that going off the ceiling and in. If you were playing horse, yeah, that's a letter.
Sure, and I think that for Copenhagen Flames, though, give them credit. They played a lot better in this game. I think Method now, that wasn't a very good game. You look at the scoreboard and you see Rix Ronde with 2 shots after coming out of 5 for 8. So I think for him, turning things around, getting things going again from this Method team, and playing the game that they want to play against Copenhagen Flames is what would benefit them, obviously, like in game number 1.
Yeah, and again, we mentioned it, a team gets blown out in game 1, maybe some bad habits develop for Method, and they did not expect that Copenhagen Flames team to show up in game 2. We have a series on our hands now, game 3, to break this 1-1 tie. Cheating up on the kickoff, both Casio and Frizz, so it's as neutral as it could possibly get. Now Didris trying to make anything happen out of the corner here. Not a lot to work with, does get the ball in front, but it will be cleared away by Burrito B. Chacaron to the corner for himself. Didris coming in as well. Chacaron able to force that through, and Cassio with a save off the crossbar. Downfield it goes. Cassio tracking, but Chacaron's there as well. Who's going to rotate in to face this shot from Cassio? It is Frizz, who's made quite a few saves in this series. Didris now, a big clear, trying to get over Cassio. He cannot. Method starting to pour it on here. This is where they're dangerous. Frizz wanted to break away. He could not. And that shot way high. I think if it was on target, they had the defense really falling over each other.
Yeah, the last 30 seconds have been exactly the way Method want to play on offense. They've got Copenhagen Flames scrambling to get boosts, scrambling to get to the ball, and finally the communication breaks down from them. They get a double commit out of Copenhagen Flames, but they can't put it on target.
Rix Ronde to the corner. And Frizz actually doing some of the work for him. Setting one up for Burrito B, but it is cleared away. Now Didris, backboard play. Chacaron against his former team gives Copenhagen the lead.
And after all that pressure from Method, it just takes one good opportunity for Copenhagen Flames to find the back of the net. Up and over. Rix Ronde a little slow to react there, and Chacaron leading the way for the Flames.
Now let's see if Method has another answer. It took him a while to answer one of Copenhagen's goals last game. And even then, it wasn't a very convincing one. Didris missing here. Frizz loses the battle to Cassio. Now Rix Ronde, ball and player. Burrito B snipes the corner, a rare case where it is the post and finds its way in.
Great shot here from Burrito B, just lurking in the backfield. This ball kind of pops out to him. He sees the opportunity, he can beat Didris to the ball and keep it on target, and he does so there. Ties up the game for Method.
So, Frizz to take this kickoff. By the way, that 800-plus score per game, just at a glance, does appear to be a rival series record for Rix Ronde in game number 1. As that ball to the backboard, Rix got the demo in front, but so too did Didris, and nobody there to clean up on the doorstep, and Burrito B missing off to the side. It is chaos in front. Copenhagen should give up a goal, and they will not, as Didris dumps one to the corner. Didris for Frizz, and that's going to be saved, but Cassio with the follow-up, and Method starting to pour it on.
And like you said, Stacks, for Copenhagen Flames, they're lucky that they didn't give up a goal earlier, as Cassio finally able to find the back of the net for Method. And again, that's just that pressure, that offense from Method that we expect from this team, to break down a team, to make them fight for boost on defense and go out of rotation. You've seen it a couple times now in this game, and Method doing a great job of executing their game plan.
And a shot on here from Frizz. That's off the post. Follow-up from Didris will be wide. You're talking about Cassio really getting involved in the attack. Those 4 assists in game 1, he was very quiet, but he scored the last 3, now the last 4 goals for Method.
And Cassio, he came into this week with 71% of the goal participation, and while he was quiet in game number 1, he's slowly come alive in games 2 and 3 now. 3-1 scoreline, and Cassio trying to lead the way with 2 of his own.
Into the second half now of game 3, Method looking like they're back on form. Rix Ronde going to try to drop one down for Burrito B. Now Cassio, awkward read there as that ball kicked up and away, but he is able to recover. Now Frizz around the walls, not able to get one in front. Ended up in the Method net. So he'll be a little slow getting back, also taken out of the play, but Cassio could not score on the open net. Now Chacaron as Didris runs through a defender, but then gets taken, Chacaron gets taken out by Burrito B, and that kills the attack for good.
The Copenhagen Flames, they've been physical throughout this series. You remember back in game number 1, they got a big goal off the bump. There's been a couple demos in game number 2, and in game number 3, you're seeing it as well. Copenhagen Flames would love to open up the net.
It's amazing how quickly these players are able to recover when they get into pretty messy situations. It's Didris for Chacaron, that's blocked away by Rix Ronde. Now Burrito B, big clear downfield. That's exactly what Method needed. more importantly, he got the midfield boost. That allows him to set up Cassio for a hat trick.
And I think this one came off the last defender for Copenhagen Flames. Didris accidentally centers this ball and sets up Cassio beautifully. Now Cassio's third goal of the game, 4-1 Method.
They are starting to run away with it here, minute 12 remaining. And again, if they get this win here, Method, they will be one win away from having done basically all they could. Give themselves a chance to make it into the promotion tournament. They will become spectators and hope for a little bit of help. This ball downfield, too strong for Burrito B. Now here comes Chacaron. They're gonna come back in this game. It's gotta be pretty quick. They're not able to get any pressure, anything at all near the net. Rix Ronde almost sniped in the corner. Cassio winning a challenge in front. Rix is there. And even more time spent on defense, and finally Copenhagen have waved the white flag, just like, okay, put it in.
And Copenhagen, I believe, just sent all three for this ball. You see everyone jump for that one, and two players go out in front of the goal, and Burrito B able to put that one away. Method, like you said, starting to run away, and they definitely have had control throughout this game.
Rix Ronde has not scored a goal since game number 1, but he does have 5 assists since that point. 4 in this game alone, as Frizz will find the target, and it's saved by Cassio. Why not? Everything else that Method has done is turned to gold. This one will find the net from Chacaron, but just like game 1, too little, too late.
Yeah, and at least now it's not as big as a scoreline. Down by 3 goals, but with 21 seconds left for Copenhagen Flames, it would take a miracle to come back into it. Chacaron putting that one away for the Flames, but at this point, Stacks, you're looking for the next game.
So we play out these final 20 seconds, and again, the task very clear for Method. Win that next game, because if this series goes to game 5, their odds of getting into the top 2 based on other results, they diminish greatly. Cassio will take this to the ceiling one more time. Everybody's just kind of freestyling around. Method, 5 minutes away from having a chance.
Having a chance. And Copenhagen Flames, well, I think that you look at the scoreline, you say 5-2. Wow, Method really took it to him here in this game. You look at shots, stuff like that for Copenhagen Flames. I think that they actually had an okay offense. There's a couple times where they just couldn't hit the target. I think that they kind of had some tough breaks. They hit the post a couple times as well. For Method, though, I think they also capitalized on a lot of mistakes on defense. And I think that's kind of been the story for Copenhagen Flames, was the offense has been kind of in, but the defense hasn't been all that great. And when you play against a team like Method, who is looking for your mistakes, who is trying to make you make mistakes, they take advantage of that. And I think that's what opens up the score lines in a lot of these games.
All right, so to set the table for all of you here, how important this game is for Method. They win this series 3-1. They need either Copenhagen Flames to beat Red Reserve, which you know Chacaron would love to do, or Clappers beat Savage by any score, and Method would in fact make it into the promotion tournament. But if this goes to game 5, they drop this game, then it gets a lot tougher. They need that first result. Copenhagen needs to beat Red Reserve, or Clappers beat Savage exactly 3-0. Becomes a much taller task.
Yeah, not only do you need the upset, but you need the sweep of an upset,
yes,
which is very unlikely. So for Method, yeah, you want to win out here to put this one to bed.
So here we go with game number 4. Must win for Copenhagen Flames to spoil Method's season as much as they possibly can. Try and even take the series, get their first win of the season here in game 5. Burrito B has that go over towards Rix Ronde. We're underway now. Cassio. Rix Ronde. Cassio again, a challenge in midfield, lost to Copenhagen Flames. Chacaron should have this. He does. Towards the target. Frizz trying to drop one down. Didris coming on as well. They are peppering that backboard. Method's not really defending it, but Copenhagen not able to take advantage.
And again, Copenhagen Flames there did exactly what Method's been doing to them through the whole series here. They got the defense spread, and they were kind of jumping up for things that they probably couldn't get to. And Copenhagen Flames starting off real hot here, but they just can't find the back of the net.
Chacaron playing one on here. That's going to be cleared away by Rix Ronde. You know, the other thing at stake for Copenhagen Flames as well, hey, nobody wants to finish last in anything. Certainly nobody wants to have an incognito-like season where you go 0 for 7. Didris dribbling through, trying to slow play Rix Ronde. Frizz for Chacaron, and that's going to be cleared by Cassio. But for Copenhagen Flames, also a difference of, $1,000 between 8th and 7th place. Able to pad your wallet any way you can, you take it. Chacaron beaten out by Cassio. That's a good clear from Didris. Shaq's going to have this ball. Got Frizz downfield, does not find him because Cassio saw that play develop as well. Downfield for Chacaron to clear. Got the corner boost while he's at it. And he'll use it to go all the way downfield. Didris trying to find any way to get that ball to Shaq, but Chacaron's finally come all the way back. Copenhagen Flames battling to a scoreless draw so far. Rare whiff from Method. And Chacaron lurking on the weak side, but he came up, nobody's home, and Cassio takes advantage.
And Method, great rotation coming through, and then Cassio able to turn this one around. Copenhagen Flames kind of crept up a little bit there. Frizz can't get back in time, and Method finally opens up the scoreline here after what I feel like, Stacks, Copenhagen Flames had a lot of chances on target, a lot of sustained offense.
They are going to be one of the best winless teams in the history of the Rival Series and RLCS. If they do not win a series this season, it has been one heartbreak after another. Here's Cassio looking for Burrito B. He's found him. Downfield, that ball kicked in front, but it is cleared away. Chacaron now for Burrito B. Problem is they're not teammates this season. Another ball flown in, and that's going to be cleared away. Cassio to the backboard for himself. Though there's the follow from Burrito B. They expected Cassio to go for this, and Burrito gets it instead.
Great shot here from Burrito B. Back behind the last man on the line there. Chacaron just sits there and watches it go in. He can do nothing about it, and Method now up by 2.
As soon as Cassio flew off to the side, you could just see collectively Copenhagen was like, oops. Here's Rix Ronde, backboard play again. This time Shaq has the clear. Didris all the way downfield. That is gonna kick out towards midfield. A lot stronger than he had hoped. Now another challenge brings the ball to the opposite side. Burrito B, just another big clear downfield, and that's what you're seeing out of Method now, trying to preserve this lead, just playing football. Chacaron for himself, and he just about got there. Frizz, I think he got bumped out of the way. Didris couldn't put it down on target, and Chacaron is blocked as well.
Another close opportunity there for Copenhagen Flames. Shaq doing everything he can with the solo play coming from the wall there, but again, they just can't find the back of the net. It's been a tough go this game with 5 shots registered, and they cannot break down this defensive method.
Now Frizz trying to start the comeback effort. It'll be Chacaron out of the zone. Needs someone to pass to. He's got Didris at the center, and it's not going to work out. Frizz will climb the ladder. Needs one more touch, and it's sent away by Burrito B. It is stopped by Didris, but that ball does find its way down. Again, ricocheted out of the corner. Cassio's lurking. So too is Rix Ronde, and very wisely, Shaq brings that ball to the corner. Battle for the midfield boost. Burrito B lost the battle and got demoed for his efforts. He's back in the play, ready to defend. Frizz's effort. I think he was looking for Shaq and did not find him. Burrito B.
Oh, what a touch.
That is on target, and if it wasn't Cassio there to make sure.
Great play here, and it's Burrito B who gets credit for this goal. Burrito B is the one who actually pops it up. Cassio able to put it away. It's a great play from Method there. Just beats the defense back on transition of Copenhagen Flames.
7 goals in the series for Cassio to go along with 5 assists. Do you think he doesn't want to make it to the promotion tournament? What a performance from him and this entire Method squad. All they have to do is just not have a monumental collapse in the final 20 seconds. Rix Ronde. That'll be given up to Frizz. One more touch needed. It's not there. And the final countdown here. Copenhagen Flames setting out to play spoiler this week. They will not do so to Method. Method comes out and takes care of business. And now it's out of their hands. They watch to see what Copenhagen does later. They watch to see what the Clappers do later as they score one more for the road, and Cassio adds one more hat trick on the season.
Yeah, and for Method now, like you said, they just kind of sit, wait back and watch, see what happens here, how it pans out, especially with these upsets. Like we said, they don't control their destiny. Sitting now, they need these upsets to come through. The big one, Copenhagen Flames against Red Reserve.